Eastern Suburbs Bannockburn. It's a fair margin between Eastern Suburbs and Bannockburn in favour of Eastern Suburbs, and Geelong West can't quite get a thing going right this year. St Leonard's leading there comfortably by 40 points. So there's some brief scores there for you, half term. I've got a phone call coming in now. We'll be back with more. I'll let you guys get on with it.
Thank you very much, Shane. Umpire Mark Dolan has commenced play here in the final quarter. The ball has been broken clear from the Werribee Central's Darren Finlay. Kicked it long, giving Simon Bellin a bit of a pat on the back as well for getting the ball out to him. And a great mark has been taken there for the Werribee Central centre-half forward. And I think you'll find it's the big fella, Mick Cunningham.
Certainly is, and full credit again to Finlay because he's broken the ball quite a bit from the centre today. Now, an important kick from Mick Cunningham. He's scattered a bit, but I think it's all right. They've hit the front, the Centrals, in the early stages, final quarter. We've just played seconds, and they've gone to a 1-point lead. 6 goals, 7-43 North Geelong. Werribee Centrals, 6 goals, 8-44. 1 point the difference. The Centrals have hit the front.
Mick Cunningham has kicked his second and really has given a great deal of value since coming onto the ground for the Central side. And it's anybody's game here this afternoon at Osborne Park, round 15, GDFL match of the day.
The final quarter run brought to us by
Taco Bill, top of the hill.
Admirable straight.
For a spice in your life, Taco Bill.
Back to the centre. Let's see who gets out of the middle this time. The bounce is awkward. Up goes Pooleye. Slaps it back towards Finlay. Spills free. Goes towards his opponent Eves. Eves hand pass. Across to Jeff Ryan. Away goes Ryan. Right foot kick. Up towards half forward. Oh, well played defender. Gus Cicino come out, met the footy. Did well, did Gus in front there of Johnny Piggott. Got the hand pass away towards Kev Keogh, but it was ineffective because it spilled off the hands over the line out of bounds. Boundary show in half forward flank. North Geelong in attack and trailing by 1 point. 1.5 minutes into the final quarter. Brought to you by Taco Bill.
Angie Skoko doing battle with his taller opponent, James Pulley. Pulley got it down the ground. Greg Hart swung off the ball. And a pack of players have formed at centre-half forward with the North Geelong side doing the attacking, and they need to reply to that early goal of the Centrals. Umpire Nolan puts the ball to ground.
Down they go. Oh, up goes Daryl Jones. Won the hit down, knocked a couple of Centrals players over as he did so. Knocks the ball towards Eves. Eves chasing after the footy. He's hotly pressed there by Damien Ballan, who's also done pretty well for his side. Off hands it goes, boundary show in again, half forward flank, again North Geelong in attack, and still North Geelong trailing by 1 point as Pooley goes up and slaps it down towards the teammate, claimed to the tackle, little kick off the ground, well, not off the ground, he got the foot to it quite well, was Rick Visenton, gained about 25 metres, good kick because he could have put it out on the full leg and put the foot right into it, just dribbled it around the boundary line as he was tackled, boundary showing perhaps 15 metres close to the North Geelong goal.
Yes, good effort, Rick Visentin, as we see the high flyers. Peter Brown at the back of the pack, or sandwich there was Mickey Galoka from Centrals.
Free kick
Wash
Centrals.
between Shane Burns and I think you find Dean Burke, two of the more solid players from North Geelong. And, well, Mick seems to have recovered okay.
Both of those look like Dick Philpott did 20 years ago, Ronnie. Pretty solid.
Yeah, well.
Galoka takes the kick from centre wing. Up he goes. Oh, kicked at the centre wing, beg your pardon. Good kick by Galoka. Galoka's marked it. Oh, he plays on immediately. Burns brothers the footy well. Finlay taps it out. Picked up by Daryl Jones. Away goes Sid. Oh, umpires paid a free kick to Galoka against Burns for holding on after the footy had left him. And look at him go crook. And this is the Geelong supporters. The North Geelong supporters go and crook, but Mick Galoka gets his second kick. This is a better one. Up they go, and Andrews takes a beauty. Out over half forward. He's 2 kicks out from goal. Wants to move it quickly. Does so. Into the forward zone. Fordham roving the pack. Can't pick it up. Can he be shepherded? He can't. He claimed. He's gone over the line out of bounds. Had he picked it up the first time, might have been interesting, Roddy. Out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Still 1 point leaders. The Werribee Central side. Played 4.5 minutes final quarter.
Ball back into play. Over the top of the pack was the big flyer again. I think you'll find it Daryl Jones this time. Working hard for his side. Coming in now. Good work there was Miller. Gave it to his teammate in. I think you'll find the big kick there was Robbie Andrews. And, there's that.
He looks like you, Roddy. I should have done colour jumper on.
Well, I'll tell you what, he marked it well, just like I would have. As you watch the way he kicks the ball straight through the middle from 30 metres.
In comes Fordham. Brady helps the hand over the mouth. It's all right as the goal. Roger safe. He tipped it away to the right-hand side. The goal umpire. Second goal to Chris Fatty Fordham. And they've gone further ahead. It's 6 goals, 7.43 to North Geelong. The Central 7.850. 7 points leaders. The Central's heading for a boil over. Can they sustain this effort in the final quarter? Brought to us by Taco Bell.
No, I think you'll find the Pies will bounce back. A lot of courage out there and character in that North Geelong Guernsey. And Daryl Jones back on the ball for the Magpies. And I think you'll find they'll get a quick answer.
Now, Andrews has lifted this quarter right at the end of last quarter. Malcolm Key's picking up. He is not fit. I've got no doubt Malcolm Key is not fit. He's really limp. Look at him walking now. And that's let Andrews in, and it's a good move to put Andrews on him, I think, as they go back to the centre. Pooleye goes up and slaps it out. Here's the chance. Ballon knocks the ball well forward, picked up by Finlay, thrown off the foot as he tried to get the kick in. He was tackled, loses it. They stack in on top of the footy and centre half forward for the Werribee Centrals. The sun streaming down on the ground in sensational condition, and it's 7 points the difference. Centrals leading. Final quarter, 7 minutes gone.
Neil Alford having one on the ball now for the North Geelong side against Mick Howard, and got it down to the ground, and I think you'll find the free kick has been played there to the North Geelong side. Stewie Hardiman drills it into centre wing, but he kicked it straight down the throat. Great mark, James Pooleye for the Centrals.
He's done well, Pooleye. This kick doesn't look a particularly good one up towards the attacking side of centre, and it wasn't good because Alford was there to take the mark in front of Howard. Alford wants to play on and get it moving. Good experienced stuff. Gives it to another experienced player, Jeff Ryan, who punt kicks the ball up over centre wing. They've gone wide. Skoko, quick kick, round the body it was. Not a particularly good one. They're going to come out of defence here. Shalaka goes up, otherwise takes a beauty to the Centrals. Andrews gathers, hand passes out wide. In comes Malcolm Key. He's as fit as I am, if he's lucky. Hand pass goes back to Weaves. Weaves gets the hand pass away to the run of Jeff Marnie. And Jeff Marnie now, right foot kick up towards half forward. Looking up there for Johnny Pickett coming out in front, but Justicino wearing him like a glove. Punches the ball away over the boundary line. Boundary throw in, and it's still 7 points the difference. And the Centrals, the visitors, are the pilots at the present time.
Shane Burns in a bit of trouble too for the North Geelong side. Allows Darren Scott to come back on and replace a very limp Shane Burns, who's holding a very heavily bruised hip, I would suggest. Kick back off the ground there. Great work there for the Pies. And just picking himself up, I think you'll find, was that man Skoko again.
Hit the post, Ron.
Yes, it
One
was.
of the post as it was bouncing through. Would have been a handy one. Kick out the half-back. Mark taken by Morley. Away goes Morley. Left foot kick. Up towards short of centre wing. Jones is up and can't mark. The ball hits the turf. Centrals a chance through Pooleye. Taken away by Jones. Scouts the pack. Kicks it up into the forward zone. Backing back. No mark paid down there. Correct decision by umpire. Morley's down there. Doing well again. Gets away. On the left foot defending grimly. Out towards half-back. The ball spills up the hands of the pack. No one able to mark. Hasn't been a lot of marks taken today. It's been pretty tough stuff. A lot of defensive, negative football. The ball now, the Centrals get a kick round towards the centre wing, and they've found a teammate down here, Ron, who's taken a good mark.
Looks like Ballon it is. I think you'll find. Kicks it long up the centre half forward. Couldn't take the ball. There was the big boy Cunningham. That was Mick. He goes in strongly. Good work there too from Simon Ballon. Smothered the Jeff Marnie, kick from half-back. Now, the Centrals with an opportunity. Oh, Simon Ballon, good footy to Miller. Unselfishly tapped it on. Miller's hand pass to Howard. Put him under a bit of pressure. Great defensive footy, North Geelong. Sees a pack of players have formed out there on the outer side. Forward pocket, and umpire Mark Dolan's called now to bounce down 30 metres from the Werribee Central goal. And Cookie, we've been travelling. Let's have a look around about 8.5 to 9 minutes of this final quarter.
6 points the difference. Away come North Geelong out of the fence for the kick towards back. Up he goes. Can't mark. Nash is there to do the dirty work, the body work, whatever work you like. Got it back well too, did Nash, to a teammate. Hand passes immediately over the top, and they're off and running. That might be out there, Barry Delaney. No, he's not even playing. Anyway, the ball's at half forward. Hand pass again. They got control of the footy through Andrews. Andrews, this way, that way. Goes on the right foot, steadies. Fires with the right foot, long to the goal mouth. Robbie Andrews is offline. 1 point only. That he certainly lifted his game, but he's playing on an injured player. We must say that about his opponent, but the kick just offline. 1 point only. 6 goals, 8. 44 points North Geelong. 7-9-51 to the Werribee Centrals. It's 7 points the difference. Last quarter brought to you by Taco Bills as Jones almost takes a mark off the kick in. Picked up by Keogh. Away he goes, the veteran. Left foot kicks towards the centre half forward. Fordham's underneath it and Fordham takes the mark.
I think you'll find it's the big fella, number 17, Dennis Cunningham.
Cunningham, is it? He's got a look a bit still there. No, just got him side on. It's not fatty Fordham. He's just got him side on there, right? It's not fatty at all. She can take it, so you can kick a goal for Cunningham.
Well, he's going to kick from 45. The drop punt, it screws off the slide of the right side of his boot and is well offline. And a minor score off the boot there of Dennis Cunningham. And it's given now the Werribee Central side an 8-point advantage. 7-10-52 Werribee Central. 6-8-44 North Geelong. Anybody's game. Ball brought back into play by Jeff Wright. Out of sight of the ground. North Geelong now break clear. Go short, find Craig Eves in the centre. Good football, Eves, with a lovely pass to the leading Angie Skoko, half-forward flank member side of Osborne Park.
Here come the Maggies. You can never give them away. Skoko kicks the ball long to the forward line. Looking down there for a teammate. Pickett's a chance, knocked away from him. Swennison's in there too, but the ball spills over the boundary line for a boundary show in with the Tony Spence running into Linda's assistance there. The boundary line much too close for all players, and they swung that ball beautifully from defence into attack for no result.
Yes, and a disappointing result for the North Geelong supporters. Ball back into play. They need to convert here if they can. Copyright at the back. Could have been a free kick. Tony Spence wearing the 41 jersey. Not forthcoming from umpire Steve Hill. And Hill bounced the ball down 40 metres from the North Geelong goal. Member side here of Osborne Park.
Puts it to turf now, up they go. Darryl Jones does the ruck work against Poolai. Neither player winning decisively. Picked up here by Finlay, does well. Left foot kick towards half-back flank position. Here's a chance for Galalka. Can he control the footy? Eves tackled him when not in possession. No free kick. Eves gathers. Hand pass across the Byzanton is a beauty. A 25-metre hand pass. Byzanton kicks the ball into attack. No mark taken down there. Here comes Keogh out of defence. Gathers it sweetly. Chip it over the top. It's in the direction there of Damien Ballon. Away they go. Up over half forward. Brad Miller's a chance. Knocked away from him by Marnie. Jeff Marnie battles hard. Miller's at the bottom of the pack and got the hand pass away. And the umpire's pinned him for a throw.
Yes, and a high tackle also on Jeff Marnie. Good work, Jeffrey Marnie. And he saved a definite up forward thrust for the Centrals as he now kicks the North Geelong side into attack. But in front, taking a great mark, Peter Nash in behind Simon Vack. Could have been 50. Simon Vack not happy with the umpire Steve Hill's result there. Could have been maybe a bounce because they both had hands firmly on the ball.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was Vack's mark. Nash has got the kick anyway. Kicks it out towards half back. Finds a teammate. Has to play on in a hurry after taking the mark. Out wide he goes, and he's found a teammate in Greg Hart. The left foot wingman passes the ball into the forward zone, and if this is not Fatty Fordham, I'm not here. I can see the physique now, Ronnie, and Fordham takes the mark inside 50. He's a fair way out. I think he fancies himself as going down in history. No, he's gone the short path. It's a beauty.
Yes, and
into the pocket though, Roddy. It's a little bit away from the goal mouth, but a good kick from Fordham. Probably thought he couldn't make it, and Hart, I think it is, has drifted down the ground after kicking to Fordham. Yes, it is Hart, and taken the mark left forward pocket.
The drop punt, it's a lovely looking kick to the teeth of goal at the back of the pack.
Cunningham's got it again.
Oh, yes.
Mickey Cunningham's kicked two. I tell you what, he'll be famous in Werribee tonight if he kicks three, because it might be just enough break to hang on and win it. They lead by 8 points. Werribee Centrals. Cunningham, he's on the acute angle. Comes in, tries the banana. Has he put enough slippery peel on this? You can bet your bottom dollar he has. Third goal on the board to Mick Cunningham. And the Centrals go further ahead of the match of the day on WIR radio. And the last quarter, Ronnie, brought us by Taco Bills. It's a pretty hot last quarter. 6-8-44 to North Geelong. The Centrals, 8 goals, 10-58. They've got away 14 points in front.
Certainly, Cookie, 14.5 minutes of travel to the final term. Still plenty of football left. Can North Geelong bounce back?
Never sell the Magpies short, Ron. We've seen them too often for that. They need a lift. Few players need the lift for them. They can still get back in it. Jones is one, Swenson's another. Back to the centre bounce. Pooleye doing well in the ruck again. Knocks it down. Finlay grabs his hand pass out towards Mickey Galauka. Been a trier all day. Hand passes back to Keogh and kept going. Keogh concedes ground. Now spins on the left foot. The kick across towards the centre of the ground. Almost the mark there to Simon Balan, not paid. Couldn't hang on to it. Back he goes to Pooleye. Pooleye puts the foot into it. No, it was Big Peter Brown, the centre half back. Up towards half forward. Oh, there's some beauty over the top there, Ronnie.
Well, now, hang on.
Mark.
That was very similar to the situation.
Mick Cunningham has taken the mark. Don't worry about the situation before.
He kicked it off the front of the pack. The front of the pack had the ball first.
Umpires paid the mark.
Oh, no
Mick
mark.
Cunningham.
Oh.
Ron Barassi Brain says no go. I thought it was a beauty. Here comes Cunningham. He's kicked three. If he kicks four, it might be all over. Comes in, kicks with the right foot. Is drifting away to the left-hand side. Might have hit the post. Yes, hit the post. Cunningham gets his first point. 3 goals run to that player. And the North Geelong side need a couple of quickies to put them right back in this match.
Shane Burns back on the ground for the North Geelong side. Jeff Ryan hesitating. Elects to go to the outer side of the ground. A lovely drop punt out there looking for the big flyers. Craig Eves is there. High tackle has been placed on his opponent on that occasion. And I think you'll find
Balan, I think, is... no, it's not.
Dennis Cunningham.
Dennis Cunningham. Well, let's see if he can get it down to Mick Cunningham. He's been the live wire down there in the last few minutes. Here he comes. The right foot kick. Forward zone, no mark taken. At the bottom of the pack, Miller, taken away by Jeff Ryan. Does well for the Magpies. Kicks out the woods centre half back. Chance here for Keogh, but he does the shepherding and allows his teammate in Balan to come in and kick with the right foot towards half forward. Picked up by Galauka. Galauka has to kick in a hurry as he flattens as he kicks, and Andrews drifts into the pocket, and Andrews takes the mark. 40 metres out from goal minimum. Might be more, Ronnie. How far out is he?
I would suggest he's about 45 metres from goal on about a 60-degree angle and will be tested.
Will be tested. The pockets are quite deep here. He's got a fair bit of a goal to look at, even though the angles are cute. He has got a fair bit of a goal mouth to have a kick through here. As on the mark, Frank Kervick tries to put him up. Andrews unloads with a long ball. He's hit the other post.
Great effort.
Oh, magnificent kick. Robbie Andrews. So we've seen both posts hit in the last minute of play. 6 goals, 8:44 North Geelong. Werribee Central's 8 goals, 12, 16 points. It is 16 points the difference in the final quarter, brought to us by Taco Bill's at the top of the hill in Murraball Street.
Jeff Ryan brings the ball back into play. Elects to come this time to the members' side. Daryl Jones was the target. Well fisted away from him by Damien Ballon as the ball now has been rewarded a free kick to another real workhorse for North Geelong, Angie Skoko at members' side half-back flank.
Goes on the right foot, kicks the ball towards true centre wing position, opens the target, up goes Nash and uses the fist to great effect and spills to Eves. His hand pass over the top is sharked by Ballon. The hand pass was too hot for Keogh. In goes Sid Jones. Hand passes quickly to Kebrick. Frankie Kebrick's kick is run down and away they come out of defence, and they do it well too through the agency of Damien Ballon. Up towards forward, and out in front comes Howard, and he's taken the mark. The umpire's paid a free kick. Ronnie Braid said good call. I wouldn't argue with you, Ronnie. Free kick to North Geelong.
Definitely pushed him out of that particular contest. Dewey Hardiman takes the free kick. Now Craig Oo's got a panic. No one within 30 metres. Runs his full term. Oh, the drop punt pass. He was looking there for his teammate in Spence, but chipping in sweetly for the Centrals. I think you'll find it looks like Gus Cicino.
Yeah, Ellis it was chipped in. Get across to Cicino as you called. Cicino goes to the centre. Pick up here for North Geelong. Hand pass wasn't particularly good as the player coming through forgot to take the footy with him. We'll pick him up as he picks himself up because he was tackled pretty hard as he attempted to make the play there for North Geelong. It's a free kick. The player there coming through, in fact, was Darren Sculls off the interchange bench. Just had to make sure of his number because we haven't seen much of him. And the free kick is going to go to the Centrals. And the player taking this one, Ron, is Greg Hart, who, apart from his second quarter, has played a pretty fair game of footy.
He's kicked this occasion, not a good one for Centrals because a great mark's been taken at half back by Simon Vack. Waste no time. He knows the time is of the essence. Give it to Craig Eves, who's kicked, though, on this occasion as an absolute shocker because he's kicked it straight over the line on the full, and the Centrals can now drill their ball back into attack through the agency of Gus Cicino.
Good pressure. Andrews forced that kick. Cicino kicks the ball towards half forward. Back or Skoko, who wants it back, says this one's mine. Takes the mark. sends them into attack. Up towards Jones. Too far for Jones. Out comes Nash. He's done it well all day. Gathers the ball in the centre of the ground. He's taken the punt, and he kicks the punt. He kicks it long out towards half forward. Looking out there for Miller. Miller can't gather it. He's got support. Hand pass to Nash. He might kick a goal. He's inside 50. Goes the short pass. Sensational play by Nash, the full-back down the ground, because he's found his teammate coming out in front. It looks like Dennis Cunningham to me, and he's taken the mark, and he is some, 35 metres out from goal. Engel shouldn't worry him because the pockets are deep here. Great play, Nash. Cunningham, does he kick the goal, Brady?
It looks pretty good off the boot. The goal umpire runs across. He's just offline as the one finger is shown by the goal umpire, and that could have just about been the sealer. North Geelong still are alive.
Okay, Roddy, kick in from full-back into the pocket. North Geelong are going to take the mark up towards half-back. Backing back goes Burns and takes a beauty. Back on the ground, Shane Burns, looking to have an awkward hip injury. Takes the defensive side of centre wing. Kicks the ball up over the centre wing position, slightly into attack. The ball is paddled back from whence it came, and well picked up too and kicked long by Jamie Ellis. Doing well in this quarter at half-back. He goes to half-forward. No mark taken. North Geelong through Vincent come out of defence. Up they go to half-forward. Orford takes it off the ground. Hand passes across to the run of his teammate Scholes, crashing his way through the pack. Keogh intercepts. Keogh gives it to Nash. Nash gives it to Pulai. Pulai gives it back to Balan. And Simon Balan gives it across to Pulai. And away go the Centrals into the forward zone. And they're off and running. What are they playing like winners?
Yeah, great football and great lead too there by Chris Fordham. And he's taken the mark in front of Jeff Ryan, about 45 metres from goal, 45-degree angle. Fordham, the drop punt. It's a lovely-looking kick. The goal umpire does not move. And Chris Fordham missed the air in success. He kicked 3 goals here this afternoon in match-winning form for the Centrals. And that moves them now to 9-13-67, leading North Geelong 6-8. 44 at the 21.5-minute mark of the final quarter.
4 goals to the Centrals this quarter. No goals to North Geelong. Full credit Central's defence, led by Nash at full-back. He's been sensational. He's played a very solid first couple of quarters, a very good third one, and this last quarter he's made plenty of dashes down the ground. Don't forget he's had to pick up Skoko and he's had to pick up back, and he's done the job, and he's set him alight this quarter, and well played. Big Nashing at full-back, bounce down. Purley slaps it back towards the centre as the bounce was awkward for him. Jones grabs it. He's claimed in the tackle as Daryl Jones, the North Geelong star. Had a quieter day today. They picked him up pretty well. Umpire says, I'll ball it up. He had no hope of getting rid of that one.
The bounce from umpire Smith, a good one. And as we see the ball come to ground, Neil Elford, the big centre-half forward, picks it up and kicks it quickly to half forward. But again, the Centrals defend very well there through the agency of the back pocket player, Jamie Ellis. Couldn't quite find the target, though, on Mickey Gooka, and it's out of bounds on centre wing position, member side here of Osborne Park.
Boundary throw in. Skoko goes up, slaps it with the left hand. It was a good one, but it went wide of his teammate here. Hand pass to Galauka. Knew he was hot, tapped it over the top of Finlay, who's never stopped going all day. Eludes a couple of opponents to Darren Finlay, and the dasher kicks towards half forward. Up goes Howard, can't mark. Up the way, Visenton lays a good tackle. It spills free Eves, kicking off the ground, and he does. Up towards half forward. North Geelong a chance. Hand pass from Tony Spence. He was hot, had to get rid of it quickly. Through crashes Skoko through the pack. Back towards Spence. Spence's claim, loses it. In goes Finlay, pushing the back for line. Dives on top of the footy for Ronnies, and the umpire says it's mine, I'll ball it up.
Yes, and the bit of buzz has just gone out of it. The coach of Werribee Centrals, Richard Leftchuk, just encouraging his players to continue on and finish it off for the Magpies this afternoon, as we see that Kevin Keogh, working hard and half back, goes right across the ground there to the centre half back position, looking there for his teammate in Simon Ballon. Likewise, Greg Hart. Good support though from the brother in Damien Ballon. Kicks it out to centre winger. No one can take the ball cleanly. Finally picked up by Spence. His hand pass put his teammate under all sorts of pressure there at Angie Skoko, and the ball now is picked up. Spence came in. Good football from him, but the kick, only a little short chip, and it's picked up again. Kevin Keogh, who's kicked it long out of the attacking area for the Werribee Central side, and a very defensive kick Also, Cookie, he's found the boundary line on that outer side centre wing.
Yeah, midway between the Franklin and Notty's sponsors board and the 4-7-11 scoreboard 2 over there as the boundary umpire throws it in. Up goes Pooleye and slips into turf. Finlay again at the bottom of the pack. Couldn't get the kick away this time. It's picked up by Darren Scholes. The long sleeves punt kicks the ball back over his head. Doesn't gain much territory. In goes Daryl Jones. He's hotly pressed out there by 2 or 3 opponents and the ball spills free. It goes over the line out of bounds. And another boundary throwing this side, just the attacking side of the 7-11 sign, Ronnie. Yeah, scoreboard shows 6 goals, 8-44 North Geelong, 9-13-67 to the Centrals. No goals for the quarter to North Geelong, and we've seen 4 goals, have we? 5 goals to Werribee Centrals this quarter.
Ball now from Stewie Hardiman, who's done very well for him all day at half-back. Kicks it out wide to the member side centre wing, but Robbie Andrews is good to the task. Comes in and drills another one down the throat of the big fella at full forward in Mick Cunningham.
And I'm pointing here on to point out to you that Paul Nash, again, as Peter Nash has again come screaming down the green and has again laid the shepherd there for Andrews to kick that ball effectively to Cunningham. And here comes Cunningham. He's offline. I think it's just missed to the right-hand side. Looked to be coming back a little. He's blunted the copybook. He kicked 3 straight. Now he's got 2 behinds on the board, but I think the game might be over. I think they've sold the farm, the North Geelong Magpies, and they must be in a bit of trouble now, worrying with the finals coming up.
Certainly, Angie Skoko has taken the ball now on the outer side, half-back flank position from the fullback, Jeff Ryan. Skoko kicks long to the centre of the ground, looks for Daryl Jones, ball well knocked away from him by Damien Ballon. Now, with opportunity for the Central, Simon Ballon looks for Miller, he was dispossessed of the leather. Now, Mick Howard with a quick hand pass to the running Dennis Cunningham, shoots at goal from 30 metres, but he's well offline, missed the woodwork completely as Dennis Cunningham, and the penalty free kick taken by Simon back in the back pocket for the Pies.
He almost hit a park bus. He was that far offline. Back gets the kick. Mark taken in short by Visenton. Not much ground gained there. They kept possession. Visenton puts the foot in a magnificent kick by Visenton. Right up towards centre wing. Up goes Jones, can't mark. Keogh grabs it. He's quite content to just run the footy over the boundary line. The boundary umpire says, I'll earn my money, thank you very much, and I'll throw this one in. Half forward. No, centre wing position. Slightly attacking zone. Werribee Central.
James Pullard got the ball down sweetly to the running Damien Ballon, who punched the ball to the teeth of goal. Oh, that man, Dennis Cunningham at ground level, lost the footy. Good work, Simon Vack. Sharked there by Darren Scholes. Kicks it straight up the corridor. The loose ball. Well attacked, Jamie Ellis. Kicked it forward. Spills to Greg Hart, who steadies and puts a lovely left foot pass down the leading throat of that 52 jumper, Mick Cunningham.
Gee, they finished full of running is what I was trying to get out there. Cunningham unloads on the right foot. Beautiful mark in the goal square. Taken here for the Centrals. If it wasn't over before, it will be now. Just wait and see who this is. Looks a bit like Robbie Andrews, and it is Robbie Andrews drifting down and hasn't he lifted in the final quarter? Robbie Andrews comes in, punt kicks for goal, puts it on the board. That's his first for the quarter, and as in the words of Rex Hunt, Ronnie, that's yibbity yibbiter. That is all, because that's all over. They've gone further ahead, the Centrals. Full credit to them. They've come away here and faced North Geelong on the rebound, and there ain't too many sides to walk out of here with a victory over North Geelong on the rebound.
Certainly, Cookie, and yes, Werribee Centrals with the running players here this afternoon. They're on ballers in Finlay, Galoka, the 2 Ballon boys. They've just had too much legs for the Pies, who, at the present time, are a little concerned in that small man department.
It'll be hard to give votes because it's been all North Geelong, been all Centrals in this last quarter. Back to the centre. Up goes Pooleye. Oh, he knocks this 25-30 metres to the advantage of his side. Picked up here, out wide by Shane Burns. Burns, the hand pass back to the centre. Again, Pooleye butters up well. Gets a hand pass forward. Knocked further back from whence it came. Little kick out of defence here by North Geelong player might have been Scott it was. Up wide. Picked up by Daryl Jones. Kicks the ball forward. Deep into attack, but getting back well is Peter Brown, who's been one of the unsung heroes today. His kick isn't particularly effective, and intercepting it well is Shane Burns.
Burns now kicks it long up there looking for Schwennerson, who's died right out of the game. Now he butters up well, but geez, met solidly there by Kevin Keogh. Supported ground level by Burns. Gives it to Alford, whose hand pass put his teammate there and pick it under all sorts of pressure.
By Nash.
And the loose ball now spilled out by Nash. gives it to Bella. That was Damien, whose quick kick now looks out there for Robbie Andrew in front of Malcolm Key. Can't pick it up. Hotly pressed, decides to tap it forward. As we see that coming in Angie Skoko has caught one a bit high there from Kevin Keogh as the siren sounds to terminate a very entertaining game of football here. Round 15, GDFL match of the day out here at Osborne Park between North Geelong and Werribee Centrals, and the final scores a convincing 30-point victory here this afternoon by the Werribee Centrals side. Another boil-over in GDFL football, David Cook. Werribee Centrals 10-14-74 have defeated North Geelong 6.
Melbourne, I tell you what, it's still any.
Richard.
Thanks, Ron. Yeah, they were great, weren't they, the boys?
Mate, I think the difference between the two sides today, and as we saw in the last quarter where you kicked something like 5 goals, 6 to 1 point, was the running players. Your smaller players, your Mickey Galokas and your two Balan brothers. So, gee, they absolutely dominated.
Yeah, they were good and hard at the ball. You know, the instructions were to keep the pressure on, and the tackling was really good, and that's where we won on the day. You know, we had a couple of taggers on Jones and Swinnerson, and they were just terrific. They were hard at the footy. You know, it was a great game. I can't say enough for them.
Congratulations. Richard, who were the taggers on Jones and Swinson? We noticed they were kept well out of the play, but calling the game and picking up moves is a little bit hard to do at times when you're back and forward all the time. Who were the two taggers? They did a great job.
Yeah, Damien Balan, number 40, he was on Jones, and his job was to just take Jones out of the game. And Justin Morley, he tagged Philip Walsh a couple of weeks and did a tremendous job, and I had him tagging Timmy out there, and he was terrific. I mean, and not only were they good in cutting out those players, they got a lot of possessions themselves.
They certainly did. I've got them circled as some of your better players, actually, so great job to play on those two stars and be able to cut them out and still pick up kicks themselves. That's a credit to the young kids.
Yep.
Peter Nash, how good's he?
Oh, he's not bad. He's not bad. As long as he doesn't get his hair cut, he'll be all right.
Oh, the Tommy Alban lookalike. I love him.
Yeah, he goes hard, doesn't he?
Oh, goes hard, and how many times did he break through at half back? I mean, he could have had a shot at goal there in that last quarter. He loves to run, and he's very attacking, and he defends very well when he has to.
Yeah, I don't know whether you've got an old fella on the half-back flank circle, but you'd have to give him some credit. He was terrific too. Terrific, wasn't he? Yeah.
23,
yeah.
He's got the
one with all the blonde hair.
He's got the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Played a terrific game, didn't he?
Brother of Mel Fanny.
That's a nice rap.
But all in all, Richard, it was just really a great team effort, and we reflect back at half-time and we try to keep a finger on the pulse of better players throughout the day. And really, at the half-time, I mean, Werribee Central's better players, it was quite easy to pick, where we really struggled to pick best players for North Geelong, and yet at half-time you were trailing by 11 points.
Yeah, well, I didn't say too much to them at half-time. I mean, they all had a job to do. They were instructed what their jobs were. We started on Thursday night doing the homework for this game, and they knew what they had to do, and they just had to persevere. So I didn't say a lot to them. It was just a matter of their own pride, their own, let's go and get them sort of thing. And they did it very well. It was very low-key at half-time. Everyone just talked to each other. Their encouragement was there. You know, they were just terrific.
Good team performance.
The young fella in the ruck, James Pooley. How old is he? About 17 or something?
He's just turned 17 and he's got a great
next
future.
week if he's lucky. He's only a young boy, right? He's had to come up today against Angie Skoko and Simon Vack, arguably the best tag team ruck pair in the combination. He's done the job pretty well. Vack did well in the second quarter, I thought, when he went on the ball, but James fought back in the last quarter. He just dominated the centre bounces and got it out, and Finlay was still well out of the centre. It became easy then, didn't it?
Yeah, Darren...
He's a great prospect, isn't he, James Pooley?
Yeah, James has got a a good ability, got a lot of brain on. The kid's only 17, and we've persevered with him, and yeah, look, he'll be all right. And you mentioned Darren Finlay, like Darren was tagged after quarter time by Burke, and what I said to Darren at half time is, if Burke's tagging you, you tag Eames, and then that means that you've got two blokes on you, and Darren did it to perfection. He was tremendous, Darren. He was really hard, and he was good.
Got a lot of class when he gets to the footy, hasn't he? Just looking through the draw, this was a good one to win, wasn't it?
Certainly was. I don't know what the result of the other scores were. I know that Bellpost 2 were getting flogged at some stage. But yeah, like, you know, I just said to the guys, we've just got to keep winning. We win our games, and we don't have to worry about anyone else.
I've got you marked down for a win here against the Geelong Amateurs' second last game. But the next two, you've got Bellpost Hill at home. That'll help a bit against them. And then the one after that, you tackle Corio at their home ground. So a couple of big ones coming. The last game you play Anarchy down at Anarchy, I think. So.
But that's not bad for the competition. It's not bad for our finals chances too. You know, I've said to the guys, you know, you're judged on these games. You're not judged on your bottom side games. You're judged on these games, and if you perform these games, you're going to be there. And you know, I suppose Bellpost 2 went down to Amateurs last week thinking they had that one penciled in too. So I mean, you just can't predict them. It depends on the weather. Depends on the day.
Yeah, it's a great level, isn't it, this great game of ours, Australian rules footy, and it doesn't matter whether you're playing a Division 2 side or a low side of Division 1, anything can happen, can't it?
It certainly can, yeah.
And that's been proven in the recent weeks. Richard, look, congratulations, and you're obviously very excited about the victory today.
Yeah.
You're very, very keen on that one day in September, and just from talking to you today, you know, you obviously appear quietly confident to get the boys there this year.
No, we'll just take a game at a time, and we'll work it from there, quarter by quarter, game by game, and we'll see what happens in September.
Alan Jones used to say that too. Yeah, I think he started something. Congratulations, Richard. I said last time we interviewed you when you won a game, I'll see you in the finals. You said, I hope so. I'm telling you now, I'll see you in the finals. And well done to the Werribee Centrals today, because not too many sides come out to North Geelong here at Osborne Park and beat North Geelong and whip them in the finish when they're on the rebound.
Yep.
That was a job well done by you and your players today here at Osborne Park.
Thanks very much, guys.
It's a pleasure, and it's a pleasure having Richard Levchuk, the coach of a legend at his own lunchtime. Those fabulous Magpies this afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Pete.
How we going, mate?
Yeah, congratulations on a great personal feat for yourself today, and I'm sure that the listeners would be only too pleased to hear some of the highlights of your football career out here with the North Geelong Footy Club.
I was going to ask him when he started, but he probably can't remember that far back, Ron.
Yeah, I was only a young fellow when I started.
But you've had a bit of success, Pete, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, in 1988 was probably the highlight of my career when we won the Grand Final Championship that year. It was a big year for us.
Now, let's look back. I mean, most of your football early stages was in defence, and yet I see you kicking a lot of goals of late.
Yeah, well, when the old man was coaching it, he put me in defence down there, and yeah, well, I turned up in the forward line there one day, and everything went well.
Interesting. Talking of your father, I believe his nickname was Wonder, and yours is Chicken. I'd love just a brief explanation, first of all, how he got Wonder.
Well, apparently he used to train a dog that was called Wonder Gold, so they, you know, he used to go with it everywhere, and they called him Wonder after the dog.
Did train chickens, Pete?
My brother used to play as well, yeah, many years ago, and they called him Chooker, and then I come along and I was a young one, so young Chook's a chicken.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, now, North Geelong Footy Club, I mean, it's, you know, it's got a lot of personality and a lot of character about it, and I suppose over the years you would have had a lot of interesting teammates, and I suppose interesting situations have developed over the years. Who would you think, you know, without sort of embarrassing a bloke like Ronnie, our mate, but who would be probably the best character that you've played with here at North Geelong?
Best character? You put me on the spot here.
There's been a few, hasn't there, over the years?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's plenty of characters. There's always a character around the club, yeah, for sure, yeah. I wouldn't say a character, but one of the greatest things is playing with Gary Birch. You know, like a couple of weeks' time from now, you've got a bloke that's going to break the club record here, and it'll be a pleasure to play with him again when he does that.
It's quite unique, isn't it, with North Geelong in the Collingwood colours?
No, Collingwood's got our colours.
Oh, sorry. That's right. Collingwood have got your colours here. Good call. That the club record is the same in both clubs. 306 games.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah,
Unique.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that happens. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm very sure that unless you've got some any questions, Cookie.
Obviously, chicken. We call him chicken.
Yeah, we can call him chicken.
Call me chicken. Everyone else does, mate.
Right. Obviously, chicken. You watched the game today and would have been disappointed with the final quarter fade out. You're a great club man. Where can they get back? Obviously, Werribee Centrals have won by a good margin today, 30 points, I think, in the finish. They've got to make up 30 points and not have the home ground advantage when they play them in the finals. Now, where can they do that?
Yeah, well, I work afternoon shift, so I don't train with the boys at all, and I train in the morning with a couple of other blokes. And I heard a rumour that there wasn't many at training this week, so it's obviously it's got to come back to training. So, as they say, you play like you train, and obviously there was no one here this week, so the last quarter fade out comes back to fitness.
Fair enough, because we did the last game last year on between Anarchy and North Geelong out at Anarchy, where Anarchy had to win to get into the finals. They did. Had to play North Geelong the following week. And of course, it's written in history now. North Geelong beat Anarchy, went on and beat the Amateurs, went on and beat Corio in the grand final. So we know that they can regroup, and I'm just wondering how they do it. Training. That's not a bad effort to start it.
Yeah, certainly, and that's where it's really got to start, chicken. And I'm sure that the boys get behind Dennis and really rally and work hard. And I suppose, looking back today, it was really the smaller players.
Yeah, well, that's right. There wasn't much happening on the ground when they went for it. I thought they played well in the first half, but things just didn't happen for them in the second half.
Jamie Marnie, a big loss start of the game.
Yeah, well, he pulled out before the game. He's got a groin injury or something like that. And we can get them all fit again. We've got a few injuries around, but that's no excuse. Werribee deserved their win today. But
certainly, and look at the ladder. I mean, you guys have performed throughout the year, and I suppose we're all entitled to one bad day.
Yeah, well, I remember back to last year, we had a few problems just near the end of the season, but we fought back, and we were the lucky ones to win it in the end. So hopefully we can do the same thing again this year if they all stick together.
Good on you, Pete. Well, look, I'm sure you're keen to get back into the social rooms. It's getting pretty cool out here at Osborne Park. And on behalf of the team, Peter Chicken, well, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on your 250th, mate, and all the very best for the rest of your football career. And I believe that your wife doesn't want you to play next year, but I'm sure after listening to this interview, she'll decide, yes, you can have another year.
Okay, yeah, well, nodding yes now, right? Just put it out at the social rooms there. She's nodding yes, so you're right. You'll be playing with a player next year.
Oh, that's good to see. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Congratulations on your effort.